thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day as a busy mother to come in here and share this space with me. This is Raw Woman Energy, and in this space, we talk about how sometimes we can lose ourselves through our kids, whether it's always trying to be involved in their lives and forgetting about ourselves and giving up on our goals and our dreams just to make sure that our kids amount to theirs, and forgetting about the things that made us happy because we feel like we don't really deserve that anymore because it's all about them. Well, I'm Talisha Rochelle, and I'm here to tell you that's a lie. So before we get started, let me grab my tea. And if you think that this space is the right space and the safe space for you, then go ahead and subscribe. And also put down in the comment section, new subscriber. Now, today we're going to talk about how motherhood was a bully in the beginning, and I had to grow to learn motherhood and learn what she was all about. But in the midst of me having to learn motherhood, I also had to learn myself. I was 19 years old when I first got pregnant, and it was a thing for me that I didn't understand. I was fresh out of high school, and I had not the slightest clue about how to even raise or prepare a child for life. I was 19. I was fresh out of high school. I was ready to start my life and try to figure out how I can amount to my goals and my dreams. But I guess it got put on hold. At least that's what I thought. I put myself in a box to where anything that Talisha wanted to do, I had to say, not right now, or wait till they get older. And in that situation, it caused me to always continue to stop the things that I wanted to do or put them in the back because I felt like I didn't have the time or the resources to be able to do it. Now, I know you're probably thinking, so where are we going with this? Well, this is what we're saying. You don't have to be like me. I made the hard mistakes in the beginning. I made the mistakes of thinking that motherhood was solely just about the children. But in reality, motherhood is about the mother as well. We have to always be in a space to where we honor the woman behind the mother. Because if we don't, then who's driving the mothership? Right? I wish I would have known that before I ended up giving up on my dreams. And I wish I would have known that before I ended up saying to myself, is this even really what I want? I had to grow to understand motherhood. I was homeless. I was in a really bad situationship. The father of my kids, me and him was in really bad. And after my fourth baby and I had to drive myself home from the hospital, I felt this sudden urge inside of me to rise up. I guess in those moments, I didn't understand the resilience part of what I was going through. I was being broken to become me, which is raw woman energy. I was broken to become resilient. I was broken to become stronger. I was broken to be able to sit here today and tell my story and ask you what's yours. Ask you what are some of the things that put you in a space that made you feel like you had to give up on your dreams. Was it the constant sleepless nights? Sleep deprivation is hard. With the newborn, I was only running off of 2 to 3 hours of sleep and barely having time to even get myself together. I was looking a hot mess, walking around smelling like yesterday's funk, hair all over the place, skin not looking good. I was dehydrated. I was all of these things. And on top of that, smoking. It was horrible. But I mean, hey, we do what we have to do to make ourselves feel like we can do what it is that we have to do so that these children can be and have the things that they want to be and have the things that they want. It's kind of like, tomato, tomato, right? Which one's right? Which one's wrong? Which wording is the right word to say? And in some cases, we don't have all the answers, but in this case, we do. The answer is to all of the bull crap that comes with motherhood, because we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it because it makes us feel ashamed. It makes us feel like we are complaining about something that was supposed to be or is so beautiful, but we don't talk about the pain that comes with it. We don't talk about the darkness that comes with it. And the answer to all of that is simply just don't forget about who you are. Don't forget you. Don't sit up and get caught up in the funk of everything and forget to just live your life as well. It's what I did, and trust me, it was horrible. And for me to be in this space to where my youngest is now 6 years old, and I feel like this is a moment to where I don't have to sit around anymore and guess or hope for redemption. I've been at this since 2019 when I came back to my city and I ended up having my fourth baby. And in that moment, I started going for the things that I wanted because you're not going to stop me. And in the midst of me trying to stop me, in the midst of me trying to go for my dreams, guess who decided to show up and say, hey, you're wrong. It's not about you. Postpartum depression. Postpartum depression tried to show up and tried to take me out. I went crazy. I had to be out of my apartment by 30 days because they was closing down the apartments and they was doing some type of remodeling and I didn't have nowhere to go. I had to start from scratch. So I had to look for a whole nother home. And in my head, after just being homeless, you give me 30 days to vacate the premises. And I am tired. My mind is loud. My village is gone because, hey, I'm not with my baby's father anymore of my 4 children. I don't talk to people that I used to talk to. COVID is rampaging the city and I had to vacate the premises. It was a tough time and I didn't know what to do. I'm running around trying to get my head together, trying to figure out all of these things and what is a girl supposed to do? So I got on the line, started making calls, fighting back that darkness that was inside of my mind telling me, you're not going to find it. You and your kids are going to be back homeless. You're a bad mother. You're a shitty mother. You're unfit to even raise these children because you can't keep a steady home. That is what postpartum was doing to my mind. We talk about the uncomfortableness, right? We talk about the postpartum syndrome to where you're having separation anxiety from your baby inside of your belly. We talk about the postpartum parts of where you're missing that side of yourself and you don't know what to do. But do we really talk about the darkness? Do we really talk about how the way that thing shows up and tries to belittle you as a mother and make you feel like you can't be the best version of yourself that you can be? We don't talk about how evil and how dark our thoughts get behind postpartum, or how overwhelmed we feel and how protective we try to get, and how the way we try to be in this space to where we're trying to prove it wrong by trying to do everything right. That's where I was. I was exhausted. Luckily, though, I found a house and I was able to prove postpartum depression wrong, but it was the fight of it. I was exhausted and I just felt like, why do I have to fight something that I can't see that's trying to tell me who I am or who I can be? Do we talk about that? Girl, Do you talk about it? Do you sit up and do you think to yourself, why is it trying to make me feel like I'm not a good mom? Well, I don't know about you, but I know for me, I asked that question. And in the midst of me asking that question, I lost my marbles. Girl, I had to go to the hospital for 7 days and they tried to label me as some schizophrenic psycho when I kept saying, I'm just tired. I think I'm a bad mom. I'm afraid that this and that is going to happen because I'm fighting so hard to prove that I'm not going to hurt my children. I think I'm a good mother. I believe that I can do this, but why is it trying to tell me that I'm not? No one was listening. They give you a pamphlet and they tell you, oh, it'll be okay, and they try to put you on meds. I'm not taking that. I told you I'm okay, but I just need someone to hear me. Just listen to me. No one wants to listen though. Until I started to do my own research and started taking in time for myself. So I said to myself, if you're not going to help me, then I will. I will help myself, because obviously in the community of African American people, or just in the community of motherhood, period, no one cares. I'm talking about when you have the baby, they only show up to see the baby. When you're just having the baby and you look at your old clothes that you can't fit no more, you feel guilty because that should not be something that you're worried about. Oh, you're worried about your looks and not how the way you're going to feed your child. What? I have every right to feel. It's my body. It was my space. I carried the baby for 9 months and I felt like I was being invaded. I mean, you have this little thing inside of you that's growing and you have to eat right. You can't do these certain things and you can't have fun. And you feel like you're being forced to be something that you didn't sign up for, or that you did sign up for and you probably wasn't even ready to sign your name. Or you signed up for it and you wasn't expecting it to be what it is. I mean, who are we to judge another mother because she's not doing it the way that you are? This space is meant for mothers to be free, to be in a space to where we can truly understand each other and say to ourselves, love, I am tired of you trying to make me be like Mother Teresa. And Mother Teresa probably wasn't even at the highest peak of her motherhood. Or try to be like Mother Mary. But no one talks about how the way she had to fight to keep her son alive. Hell, nobody even talks about what she went through mentally. Nobody even this lady really seriously had to endure so much pain on herself before the baby even arrived, and then sit there and hope that the prophecy doesn't even come to light, and it does. I mean, mothers across the world has been getting the backlash of everything that comes with trying to just raise a child. And then if it's not done the way that it's supposed to, and if it's not done in the eyes of how the way they think that it should be, then you get criticized and you get a slap on your wrist as unfit. Tell me about it. I guess for the most part, with all of these things that goes on behind motherhood, continue to let the woman drive the mothership. Don't forget about yourself. Say fuck them people. Give them the middle finger. Whatever it is that they think that they understand, or if they hating in the back, or if they think that you know everything about motherhood, or if they think you're doing less than yourself, forget them. Because at the end of the day, they're not raising their child. At the end of the day, they pop up, they say, hey, they check on the baby, and then they leave. That's them being nosy. They just want to be nosy and see how you doing as a mother to make sure you're not doing better than them, or make sure you're not doing worse than them. But in the midst of everything, they forget to congratulate you. They forget to tell you good job. They forget to tell you I see you. But love to come over and say, girl, when you gonna do her hair? Or girl, this house is a mess. Girl, when you gonna cook? Girl, when you gonna wash clothes? Why are you coming over my house telling me when I should do anything? You don't know what I'm going through. And if you can't help me get through it, then get out of my house. I don't understand. Setting boundaries. Boundaries is something that is important when you are beginning or in motherhood, no matter if you are in the beginning stages or no matter if you're no matter if you're in the advanced stages, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or advanced. No matter what stage no matter what stage you are in motherhood, make sure you start setting boundaries. Girl, for me, I didn't even know what boundaries was. Like I said, I was 19 years old, fresh out of high school, with someone that I thought was going to be a forever child. It turned out to be the biggest headache of my life. But that is my mistake. And that is what it is. But I forgot to set boundaries, because in the midst of those boundaries, people show up to your house unannounced. They feel like they can come in your house and just walk in and take whatever it is that they want to take, or come in and say whatever it is that they want to say, and then leave back out and leave you still alone. They leave you still alone with the weight of motherhood, carrying it all, and no advice to help you get through it. No helping hand, no none of that. And when they walk out your door, what do? They talk behind your back. And you're sitting there in this room full of children, cartoons on the TV, Cheetos all over the floor. And inside your mind, I know I was thinking, dang, I just graduated high school. I guess dreams tried to leave me. My dreams tried to escape, and I had to fight to be able to hold on to them dreams. Going to school, starting my business, building this course for mothers who are just starting out, who just graduated high school, and they trying to figure out, where do I go from here? Or, dang, I made a mistake. And not saying that your baby is a mistake, but your decision was a mistake. And now you're in a space and you don't know what to do. Some nights I still cry. I still cry on that pillow, because what if? And it feels so guilty, right? We think about, don't say what if, because if you say what if, then what about the kids? No, but literally, what if? I love my children, but I don't want my children to think, oh, mommy doesn't love me, she cares about her dreams more. But before you, mommy had dreams, and I wouldn't trade you for those dreams, absolutely not. But I do wonder what if sometimes. And you don't have to feel guilty for wondering what if. It's okay, because it was you. It was your dreams. It was your goals. Maybe wondering what if makes you go back for it. Wonder what if. Grab back hold of your goals and your dreams and fight. Because postpartum is a bitch. Sometimes motherhood is a bully. And I had to understand that motherhood broke me before I actually started to enjoy her. But I'm her through all of the pain, through all of the fight, and I'm still here. And that's what matters. If this channel, and if anything that I said throughout this girl talk, this moment, this safe space that I invented and created for you and for me, then comment down below. This is for me. Like and subscribe and join the family. Also, down in the description below, I will have a link to my landing page, so you can be able to sign up for the 7-day identity reset. It is free. It's a mini workbook. So just go on over, subscribe and download it and start your journey now. And trust me, it is going to be worth it. Make sure you journal. Make sure you drink your tea. And make sure you forget about the darkness. And remember your light. Bye.